reporting for us. Let's discuss what's going on with one of two Republicans on the January 6th Select Committee, Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois. Congressman, thanks as usual for joining us. Why is Bannon's testimony so important to your Select Committee that you're willing to go all the way to the U.S. Justice Department, potentially with a criminal referral?
Well, I think all you have to do is look at the history of Steve Bannon with Donald Trump. No, he's been there from the beginning. You see, obviously, his comments the day before. And there's a lot of other information out there. But I think the key is this. You can't resist a subpoena from Congress. Congress has the same authority, in essence, as a court in that, and you can't resist a subpoena from court. But while we're going to continue to push, and we hope that and expect that the Justice Department will take up the contempt when we send it. The bottom line is there's a lot of people out there that know pieces of this, some of which have already willingly testified in front of us, given us information, some that will, and some that will not resist subpoenas to this level. It's very costly to do that, as it should be, because Congress, and this isn't the January 6th committee or even the Congress. Through Congress, it's the American people demanding transparency and accountability.
A lot of your Republican colleagues in the House are going to vote against this criminal referral. You know that.
Yeah, sadly, it's not surprising. I hope it's not just two of us voting for it. I hope there's more. I think you can look back at a lot of statements from when the House, including me, voted to hold Eric Holder in contempt. It'll be interesting to compare some of the people's speeches from that day to today when we talk about contempt. And this is a direct assault on the U.S. democracy in the Capitol.
Your Republican colleague, Congresswoman Liz Cheney, even suggested that Bannon might have been, in her words, personally involved in planning the attack on the U.S. Capitol back on January 6th. Is there any evidence he was directly responsible?
I don't want to get into the evidence that we have or don't have. I'll keep that under wraps. Obviously, we're going to continue to find out what we can know, what we need to find out. But look, you played the soundbite of Steve Bannon saying, look, tomorrow's going to be wild. It's not going to go down how you expect. Either he was clairvoyant or he knew something. A lot of us predicted violence. I predicted violence on January 6th, a week or two prior. But I never expected that it would be to this level, that they would sack the Capitol. Steve Bannon seemed to know something, and we want to know what he knew.
Congresswoman Cheney also accused the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, of disrupting your investigation, the Select Committee's investigation. Do you agree?
Well, look, we had an opportunity to have a nonpartisan commission made up of former members, so you take the politics out of it. Then he had an opportunity to seat Republicans, and he polled them. So I certainly wouldn't say that's cooperating. And I think if they're whipping against, as I've heard they are, against this vote for contempt, yes. Look, the day after the insurrection, Kevin McCarthy said that Donald Trump holds the responsibility for this. 2 weeks later, he went down and resurrected his political life when he met with him in Mar-a-Lago, and since then has been doing nothing but Donald Trump's bidding and bringing him back to political life. Look, people have to stand up and say this is wrong. We've got to, if you think of the heroics on Flight 93 that saved the Capitol in 2001, it wasn't Todd Beamer alone. It was everybody standing up and saying, we've had enough. We're going to sacrifice ourselves to do this. And right now, we need more Republicans to stand up and lead your people. Lead your people. Tell them the truth. You know the truth. Tell them the truth.
Let's see if that happens. Is there any chance, Congressman, that this criminal referral will actually prompt Bannon to start cooperating with the Select Committee?
I think it's certainly the case, particularly if you see real movement in the Justice Department. So after tomorrow, it'll be out of our hands. I hope the Attorney General does the right thing. I hope the Justice Department does the right things. We have other tools in our toolkit. But our focus right now is on this and making it clear to others that will be subpoenaed. Don't resist Congress. You don't have a right to resist Congress because this is the by the people, of the people, for the people governance of this country.
Congressman Adam Kinzinger, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Big time, Will.